losing my mind? Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah, there's no mercy in this world, just hunger thirsty persons in different versions.
Hola y bienvenidos y bienvenidas a un nuevo vídeo del canal. Estamos aquí en Enemigo de mi enemigo y continuamos nuestra aventura en Dragon Age de Veilguard. Como ya sabéis, hemos vivido grandes aventuras, hemos hecho cositas. Tenemos ahora que hablar en este caso con el lobo terrible, pero primero vamos un poquito a explorar todo esto, a ver un poquito lo que pasa. Estamos de vuelta a nuestra base de operaciones. Aquí tenemos un poquito esta estatua tan misteriosa, así que vamos un poquito por aquí. Y aquí está el taller. Mejorar tu equipo en el taller de la guardia aumentará las estadísticas de un objeto. Encontrar otro ejemplar de un objeto que ya tienes o comprarse a un mercader aumentará sus estadísticas y desbloqueará nuevas propiedades. Explorar ambos caminos para sacar el máximo partido a tu equipo. Vale, conseguir los recuerdos que hay por el mundo te permitirá mejorar el taller de la guardia. Al hacerlo aumentará el número de encantamientos disponibles y el nivel de poder de todas las armas que encuentres o quieras durante toda tu aventura. Es decir, esto es importante, ¿vale? Ok, aquí tenemos lo del equipo, ¿no? A ver, objeto para mejorar, ¿no? Vamos un poquito a probar el mediano. Por ejemplo, aquí nos pide esto de aquí, ¿no? Entonces lo subimos de nivel. ¡Pam! Vale. Y estas son las prendas, también las podemos mejorar un poquito. Y el arma. Ya no podemos hacer más, ¿no? Ah, también podemos los objetos de nuestros colegas. ¿Vale? A ver. Ahí está, vale. Bueno, pues lo hemos subido un poquito. Esto del taller creo que va a ser bastante útil para todo lo que pueda venir pasando por aquí. Y aquí tenemos algo diferente, ¿no? Cambiar monumento. A ver. Altar de Fenjarre, obviamente. Me mola. Entiendo. Puede quedar algún trofeo, a ver. No, nada de trofeo. Tenemos 2 de 35 monumentos. Apenas nos faltan monumentos. Vamos a venir por aquí y a ver qué pasa. Vale. Hey. Ya. Es lo que hay. Está la cosa complicada. Vamos a buscar a Harding, ¿no? Que estaba aquí antes. ¿Está aquí o no? Sí. Vamos a hablar con ella porque, claro, esto...
Toldar, it's a tunnel. Veilguard, velos atreidum. But velos atreidum is nothing like Isatunal.
Isatunal. I remember. After you touched the dagger, the prayer, the proclamation... Isatunal. What exactly are you proclaiming?
They don't remember. No one remembers. We don't even know what we lost.
Vamos a decirle que está mona concentrada. Sé que es amoroso, pero es que es verdad.
I'm saying, are you?
Uh-huh.
You know you're adorable, right?
Sure, whatever you think is best. What? What's happened?
I said, you're adorable.
You're poking fun at me.
Nunca.
I would never poke fun. I respect you too much.
Is that so?
100%. So, what's Isatunal?
Isatunal is an affirmation, a statement of existence, of
Del ser.
being.
¿Qué ser? No tenemos ni idea, pero...
I
madre
am
mía,
here.
estoy aquí.
But no, not I. I is singular, but it isn't. We either. We is multiple, but also separate.
What?
Isatunal is the eternal hymn that encompasses all time, all spaces.
LOL.
I am, we are, this and that, here, there, now, and forever.
Me gusta que estés emocionada, eso es bueno.
What's important is that you're happy.
Happy? Happy's not it. Whole. Right, maybe. I'm certain Isatunal describes how we, the dwarves, once were. But none of the books say anything about it. None of the histories are right. If we forgot something so important, what else did we forget?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't expect you to have an answer. Thanks for letting me babble, by the way.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
Pues nada, hemos hablado un poquito con Harding, sabemos que está la cosa bien. Aquí pues todo parece igual. Así que nada, parece que tengo que ir para allá sí o sí. Vamos a ver. Leo.
Wait, that room wasn't there before, I don't think.
Cámara de meditación.
Never Harding must have put my pack here. Makes sense. Better place to sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things.
¡Hala! O sea, esto es como mi habitación, no entiendo. Vale, aquí está la mochila y... ¡Ojo! ¿Podemos decorar? ¿En serio? Vale.
Every time I look at this, I can hear that little girl thanking me for saving her village from Darkspawn. She said that since the Grey Wardens
Esto es
didn't
lore
have
de
griffins
Caballero Gris,
anymore,
entiendo.
I could have hers. If I hadn't been there, I'd never have met Varric, and never had to deal with the first warden complaining I ignored orders.
Hice lo correcto.
Doesn't matter what the first warden thinks. There's a little girl alive today because I attacked instead of waiting for reinforcements. Varric and his life lessons. I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solas, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look in it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done.
Intento estar bien.
I don't know if I see a hero's face, but it's a face that has seen a lot. Got a few new scars. Some that show up in a mirror, some that don't. But Varric believed in me then, and he believes in me now. I can do this.
Vale. Me he echado un poco de flores. Vale, entiendo que aquí podemos seguir dejando las cositas, ¿no? Vale, aquí está un juego de ajedrez.
A peddler gave me this after I saved his caravan from bandits. He told me nobles think of ruling like a game of chess, that each move determines what
el
mark
ajedrez de aquí,
humanity will leave on the world.
A los dioses les dará igual.
If we don't stop fighting each other and focus on the real problems, it'll be the gods leaving their mark, not us.
Bueno, yo voy a venir por aquí. Vamos a colocar el manual.
A meditation upon the use of blades. Huh. Must have read this thing cover to cover a dozen times during weapons training.
Difícil, ¿no? Digo yo.
The number of times I banged my head against this book trying to make the concepts work, but that training has kept me alive so far.
Vale.
Right, that's better. Now how do I connect to Solas? Just sleep or relaxing? Maybe if I clear my mind.
Meditar. A ver.
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
Hola.
But perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. I am, after all, remembered as the god of lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Necesito información. Para.
I'm not here to debate whether what you said was accurate.
But to be clear, it was accurate.
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gillenane.
No lo soy, pero estoy aquí al menos.
Someone has to do something. I may not be the right person for this job, but I'm the only one left.
So your call to action is that any attempt is better than none?
Back in the Grey Wardens, I was with a group of recruits outside this village dealing with the Darkspawn incursion. Our orders were to wait for reinforcements, but we knew that by the time they arrived, everyone in that village would be dead.
So you led your team of recruits in any way, collapsing the tunnel and saving the village.
How'd you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that if someone has to make a call, I'll do it.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris. The elven gods, as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the Blight.
La ruina.
What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned, until they release it.
A ver, vamos a preguntarle cómo vamos a detenerlos, ¿no? Entiendo.
What would they need to do to free the Blight, and how do we stop them from doing it?
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the Blight's prison. My lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the Blight is the first. What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods.
O sea, necesitan seguidores.
What is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
You think they want the elves back? I don't think the elven people will bend a knee to blighted, murderous monsters.
Agreed. Algernon and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies.
Madre mía.
The cruel and the corrupt.
La historia ha
who
arrancado,
fear their
pero
own
de manera
vulnerability
tocha,
and
¿eh?
seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Algernon and Gillenane.
Gracias.
Thank you. I'll go poke at the cruel and the corrupt, and we'll see what we find.
The Veravas, the lighthouse Soluvian, contains
El
your
Virrevas.
enemy, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes. I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
Vale, hemos conseguido nuevos aspectos y podemos en este caso, no en el ropero, cambiarlo. Entiendo que en la habitación tenemos el ropero, pero vamos un poquito a explorarlo, a ver qué aspectos hemos conseguido. Supongo que serán nuevos de ver, ¿no? Un poquito, vamos a ver. A ver, de espada no es lo que haga nuevo, ¿no? De hacha a lo mejor tengo algo interesante con esto. Esta me gusta más, sí. Vale, pues lo tenemos un poquito aquí todo listo. Me mola porque hay un montón de opciones a nivel del personaje, configurarlo como queramos. Entrar en modo decoración. Entiendo que aquí vamos a poder luego decorar cositas, pero de momento poco vamos a hacer. Necesitamos recuerdos de esos, ¿no? Vale, vamos a venir por aquí con toda la calma del mundo y vamos a hablar con Barik. Hey!
So Solas told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you had seen Demeter's crossing...
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You've got to take point on this.
No puedo sustituirte.
I can't do what you do. I've barely been holding it together in the short time you've been out.
You don't need to do what I do. You just need to get it done.
Acabar la misión, lo mismo es.
When I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? I watched you lead a few misfit recruits and push back one of the biggest darkspawn hordes I've
Todo el
ever
mundo habla de
seen.
eso que nadie hemos
Just
visto.
needed to find the right strategy.
And no other warden found it. You stopped that horde. Had to drop a town hall on it, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solas wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
A ver. El accidente de jardín.
There is something. When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Harding got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
Demeter's crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You sent him to the wardens, right?
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. And know you'll listen.
Vale. Me están molando mucho estas opciones. Creo que hay que tenerlas en cuenta mucho cuando salga el interrogante de abajo, porque es lore.
Me talking to Solas in the Fade?
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
Yo creo que necesitamos ayuda.
It doesn't matter how I feel about it. We can't stop the gods without what he knows.
And there you go. You don't have to love him to deal with him.
He also asked me to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
Luego hablamos.
I'll let you get some rest.
You're gonna be fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Eso.
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Nev has connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know. Might be worth talking to her.
Vale.
Will do. Thanks, Varric.
Gracias, Barrick.
Anytime.
Ay, pues parece que toca hablar con Nev. De momento me flipa bastante lo que os digo. Lo que estoy viendo es... Vale, vamos a ver qué hace. A ver, es lo que os digo. Una cosa que sí que estoy viendo, claro, de momento todo lo que estoy haciendo es todo historia principal. Todavía no he tenido la suerte, ¿no?, de poder a lo mejor explorar secundarias y demás, que creo que es algo que en todos los Dragon Age siempre suele ser de lo más top que hay, ¿vale? Así que habrá que estar un poquito atento a ver qué podemos hacer a partir de ahora. Pero bueno, de momento parece que nos toca hablar con Nev, así que vamos allá. Y lo que os digo, a ver un poquito cómo sigue evolucionando esta trama. Allá vamos. Entramos. Y aquí está.
Hey, Nev. Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here, but you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlethan.
Balara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan crows.
You want to fight gods with assassins?
Not just any assassin, their most feared mage killer, the demon of Virantium.
¿No será un problema?
Working with a feared mage killer doesn't bother you?
If he doesn't have a contract out on me, it's not a problem.
Qué intriga.
Well, I'm sold. Now we charm the crows.
Fingers crossed. The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and Venatori. From everything I've learned, the reputation was earned. I never uncovered his real name, and there's been fewer stories the last few years, but the crows would know. I can set a meeting with their bosses.
Vale. Buen trabajo, Nev.
This is great. Thanks, Nev.
It's what I'm here for.
You said the crows were first. What's next?
A trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart
Vale.
of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic.
Tevinter authority
Won't help and can't be trusted, which is why we talk to the Shadow Dragons. They're a resistance group that fights slavers, blood magic, and imperial corruption. They've got eyes and ears everywhere, including mine. If the gods enter the Empire, we might get something. Besides, I owe them an update.
Vale. Seguro que tienes anécdotas. Pero no más. ¿Son magos?
Are they all mages?
Tevinter might prize its mages, but the Shadows accept anyone. We've all got a stake in the cause.
Seguro que tienes anécdotas.
I get the feeling you have a lot of dramatic stories.
One or two.
So, we talked to the crows in Antiva and the shadow dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either. If Balara's ready for us.
Yeah, should check how things are going.
Vale, mar de sangre. Nueva misión, ¿no? El caso de la reliquia de contrabando. A ver. La encrucijada. Vamos a abrir un momentito el diario. Entiendo que ahora tenemos señales y portentos, ¿no? Vale, lo que no estoy entendiendo es un poco cómo va esto. O sea, ¿aquí habrán ya cositas extra o cómo va esto? O sea, es que pinta que según las decisiones que vayamos haciendo y todo, ¿no? Van a pasar X cosas u otras y eso me intriga bastante. Entiendo que ahora lo que hay que hacer es lo de la encrucijada, ¿vale? O sea, esto es la principal. Seguimos sin misiones secundarias, no entiendo. Aquí tenemos lo que hemos completado y ya está. Y vamos a ver. ¿Hay que ir a Trevisto o a Ciudad Portuaria? Podemos elegir, entiendo, ¿no? Vale. Pues vamos para acá. Y vamos a prepararnos para lo que se venga. ¿Qué queréis que os diga? Me está pareciendo interesante el cómo ya empieza por fin a dividirse la trama, ¿no? Entiendo que ahora ya tenemos múltiples opciones y con ello pues vamos a poder hacer una cosa u otra. Eso la verdad que me mola y bueno, por aquí pues poco más que decir. Ya sabéis de qué va esto, ¿no? A la encrucijada tendremos que venir aquí y aquí empezará todo.
Almost there. I just have to... Shit! Sorry.
Can I help?
No, I got it. Mostly, mirrors are funny things, aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality, no matter what you try. And there's the trick. Control that distortion. There you have it.
What is that place?
If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this Alluvian could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the Veer of Us, freedom of ways. I wonder...
Vamos a decir, quizás Morrigan se equivocaba.
Maybe Morgan got this one wrong or misspoke.
Morgan can be a little inscrutable sometimes, but she chooses her words very carefully.
Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the Alluvians meet. A crossroads where you could travel across all of Thedas in just minutes.
Right. We saw something similar when we were chasing Solas. I wonder if it's the same.
It is alike, and it is not.
Vale, esto es Misión. A ver, yo lo siento, bonito truco, es que soy un vacilón.
Either you found some way to get into the lighthouse without us seeing, or you've been here all along. Not sure which one worries me more.
The wolves.
Me recuerda a cierto francotirador de Mass Effect. Ya no, lo he visto de cerca y no.
A new journey through there. I will wait.
Vale.
Well, can't tell if that's a trap or not.
No tengo ni idea de
But
lo que acaba
we're
de
short
pasar,
on
pero...
options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more sad.
Una cosa no quita la otra.
Just because something's sad doesn't mean it isn't dangerous.
I can think of an example or two that proves that.
And we still don't know what this Alluvian's gonna do. One of us should probably stay behind in case it closes.
Good point.
Just tell us when you're ready to go, Rook, and then we can figure out what's going on.
Vale. Entiendo que ahora aquí tenemos la parte 3, el despertar. Hemos terminado esto, ahora toca lo de la encrucijada, entiendo, y ya podremos continuar con la historia. Pero la verdad que veo que hay opciones, veo que hay muchas cosas que hacer y eso me está gustando muchísimo, gente. O sea, me está pareciendo muy interesante lo que estamos viendo en este título de Dragon Age. Y entiendo que ahora poco a poco ya vamos a empezar a ver, ¿no?, cómo se va abriendo todas las opciones de cara a secundarias o cositas así. Así que habrá que estar atento, habrá que ver qué pueda pasar aquí. Pero en el próximo vídeo veremos la encrucijada y a ver a dónde nos lleva esta difícil encrucijada. Como siempre, espero que os haya gustado el vídeo, que os lo hayáis pasado en grande con este nuevo capítulo de Dragon Age de Veilguard. Y nada más que decir, pasadlo en grande, disfrutad de la vida. Soy yo, Guerrero, y nos vemos en la próxima. Adiós.